What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series here on Fox Sports 1. We are at Phoenix International Raceway, getting ready to kick things off from the desert. And oh boy, this is going to be a wild one. Got a stacked field here. Whoops. Stacked field here today, and lots of bushwhackers here, as we see Jimmie Johnson on the pole in his second and possibly final start of the season. We know he doesn't really like to run down here in the Grand National Series that often, but decided he would get a little bit of practice in before tomorrow's race, just like he did last week at the Daytona 500. 42 cars ready to rumble here from Phoenix. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're racing. Down into 1 and 2 for the first time here today. Here comes Kyle Busch to the inside, looking for the race lead on Johnson, side by side down the back straightaway for the first time. Heading down into 3 and 4. A little bit of side by side behind him as well. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that number 5. Rides down to the bottom and looks to clear that number 26 of Todd Cleaver. And he does. Busch on the inside is going to clear Jimmie Johnson as well off turn number 2. Side by side, it's the Hendrick teammates down the back stretch, but Johnson hops in line in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. The 38 of Jason Leffler running third, having a great start to this one. Cleaver and then Stephen Light, the rookie for Richard Childress in that 29 car. Reed Sorensen back there as well. Casey Atwood, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Brad Keselowski, not Brian this time, rounds out the top 10 from Phoenix. And look at Montoya up high here in the Grand National Series, part-time, still technically a rookie, because he ran part-time last season while running full-time in the MG Cup Series and winning Rookie of the Year there. Oh man, here we go. Up high once again. Starting to get single file for the most part, but up front, Kyle Busch looking to run away with it, and here comes Dale Jr. looking for second. Underneath his teammate Jimmie Johnson. Jr. and Johnson side by side. That makes Junior Johnson. Hey, how about that? But Kyle Busch trying to run away with it. He likes to see this in his mirror. Some good battling for P2. Some hard racing teammates holding each other up. Junior's trying to nose out ahead. Doesn't go too far down on the apron. Still stays on the more banked part. Doesn't want to risk tearing something up under that race car, underneath that race car with the transition. These older body style cars, a little lower to the ground, not exactly meant for that transition, so they're trying their best not to tear it up. Those newer MG Cup cars and those MG trucks, those can kind of take a beating a little bit better, so they're a little more hesitant to dive down on the apron every lap in these. And yeah, you're seeing it there, but starting to run away with it here. We're gonna have to take a quick break. Junior reeling in our leader, Kyle Busch. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Phoenix. We have unfortunately missed the lead change, but Dale Jr. is now out in front, and the crowd went nuts as he took the lead away from Kyle Busch. A little bit of side by side now through turns 1 and 2, or attempted side by side further back for P3. You see the 38 of Jason Leffler, the 48 of Jimmie Johnson, side by side through 3 and 4, still side by side out of the corner. They've been side by side for about an entire lap, door to door, just like that. These have been some pretty clean races here. this weekend from Phoenix, and hoping to get more of the same today and tomorrow. But it is a very spread out race so far. As you see, Morgan Shepherd in the 89 has a run into the corner. These guys already about to fall a lap down, possibly, to our leaders. John Andretti, among others, just way off the pace, don't have it today. Cale Gale in the 77 is another one who just doesn't have anything in that car. Jason Leffler clears Johnson for third. Here comes the 32 of Reed Sorensen. Now this is a look into the future. Sorensen not re-signing with Chip Ganassi at the end of the season. Ganassi feels he hasn't shown much improvement in that 41 car, so looking to move forward, move past that young Georgia driver. And Sorensen, well, he feels, hey, might as well show what I can do in the lower levels. Got a part-time deal in that 32 car this season. It's a Toyota, but hey, he's not bound to Dodge this season. He's looking to get up out of there, so he's going to show the world what he can do in that number 32 Dollar General machine. Because this is an alternate timeline, and he's jumped over there a little bit early. Casey Atwood in the 85 underneath the 29 is going to almost clear Stephen Light. The 33 of Kevin Harvick riding around back there, just logging some laps, getting some practice for tomorrow's race. This new version of Phoenix. A lot of drivers, including Jimmy Johnson, just want to test out the new version of this track. Kyle Busch has already tested it out. That explains why he was so fast right off the get-go. But as this track came to Dale Jr., he started to run that 18 car down. Very noticeable difference between this track this year and last year, with obviously with the front stretch now being the back stretch and the back being the front, and a little bit of, how do we say this, added banking in the dog leg. And there's actually been a little bit of added banking in the corner, at least in 1 and 2, down on the apron, allowing for a bit of a smoother transition down there as well. Definitely makes things more interesting here. Widens out the racing groove quite a bit. So these guys just kind of getting a feel for how this track races now. Kyle Busch is reeling that 5 car back in, but we got to take another quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Phoenix International Raceway. Dale Jr. continues to lead. He's got a now 1 second gap between he and Kyle Busch as they've caught lap traffic and had to start to navigate their way between lapped cars and trying to work their way through the field here. You see the 18 pulls to the inside of Stanton Barrett in that 30 car, and he's going to try and clear him here off turn number 4. He does, and he's now going to dive way down to the bottom of the racetrack yet again. Underneath the 28, just blows his doors off with that dive bomb. The 28 car this week, that is Blake Borkland in the 28. Man, look at this. 23 car. Ken Butler right in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and holding up good old Junebug. Junebug's gonna dive it down under the apron, move that 23 car up out of the groove, but the 23 stays to his outside. Junior not able to carry his momentum up to the top, but now he finally gets through. They're getting past the Ritz car. Matt Kenseth is way off the pace there as well. The 18 of Kyle Busch down on the apron underneath Danny O'Quinn and clears him. Now has to deal with Ken Butler up there. Junior just made a 3-wide pass on Dale Jarrett and Juan Pablo Montoya. Or excuse me, that's Brian Clausen in the 41 car. Open wheel star on the dirt. Drives those sprint cars and midgets and all that. He's expressed interest in running the Indianapolis 500 as well. He's pretty much anything with a steering wheel and 4 tires on it. Kyle Busch makes that same 3-wide dive into turns 3 and 4. And now has to deal with Chris Lawson in the 52 car. Junior's running away with it. We're going to take another quick break. This will be our last break of the day. After this. Welcome back to Phoenix. Just under 20 laps to go. Oh, excuse me, 20 laps to go. Dale Jr. is kind of just run away with it here. He's got the 18 now, Kyle Busch. Junior's driving Kyle Busch's old car. That's why this rivalry that's been brewing throughout this race is so personal. Busch doesn't want to get beat by his old car here. And now battling for third. Or excuse me, battling for fourth. Casey Atwood drives away in third. The 38 and the 32 running nose to tail for P4, and those are teammates, Leffler and Sorensen. Stephen Light, Jimmy Johnson. Things starting to smooth on out here as Dale Jr. comes to lap the 0 of Chrissy Wallace. Now Chrissy, just kind of here for experience, running full-time in trucks. He's going to share that 0 car with Curtis Davis this season. But really the Wallace family just wanted to have all 4 Wallaces out on the track at once. So we've got Mike, Steven, Kenny, and Chrissy all on the track at one time here. See Kerry Earnhardt in the 31 and the 61 of Matt Carter now in front of the 5 car. Kyle Busch starting to reel Junior back in, trying to close the gap as well as he can. Turns hard left, pulls to the inside of Wallace, can't quite get there. Laps are just winding down. We're clicking them off one by one. Battle is starting to fizzle out, and right as I say that, I find near 3 wide. Now they're going 3 wide here. Down the back straightaway with Eric McClure, Tony Raines, Mike Bliss, and Eric Almirola in the 40 car. Almirola just trying to gain some experience and running a limited schedule here in the MG Cup Series as well. Be his rookie season in both series. Well, technically not his rookie season, but he'll be a rookie in both seasons, or both series. Bobby Hamilton Jr. in that 25 car. Just rolling through. Ended last season off on a high note. Was hoping to start this one off a little better with a little more speed, but doesn't mind snatching a win away at Homestead. Can't take it back now. That's in the history books. Kyle Busch doing everything he can to close that gap as he tries to reel in Dale Earnhardt Jr. One final push here from Phoenix International Raceway as Junior puts another one a lap down, and oh boy, he's got a big gaggle of cars in front of him here. Gary Earnhardt, John Andretti, and Cale Gale right in front of that 5 car. Uh-oh. Did I see smoke? No, I'm tripping. Underneath Cale Gale goes Junior, but look at that. Kyle Busch has gotten past the 61 of Matt Carter and now has his sights set on Junebug up there. Hoping he can make quick work of Cale Gale as Junior tries to navigate through the lapped cars. From Junior's back bumper, Cale Gale closed the gap big time there through 3 and 4 as he got held up by the 10 of Andretti on board with Gale here. As now Busch flies past on his inside there and gets underneath Andretti with an aggressive double pass through turns 1 and 2. And now clears to both of them down the backstretch. This is coming down to the wire. It's now within a second, nearly half a second, between the top 2. Patience was the key for Kyle Busch, and now he's going to be aggressive, trying everything he can to close that gap as the top 2 continue to... I'm sorry, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I forgot what I was even about to say. Top 2 continue to battle it out as you see them go by the camera right there, and now down the back straightaway. Got another great angle. Haven't really done crank it up today, but these guys definitely do deserve, or you guys definitely do deserve to see this awesome camera view as we watch the battle for lead once again. Carl Edwards right in front of the 5 car holds up Junior quite a bit. He's way off the pace now. I think he's having an issue with that 60 car because Gary Earnhardt just closed up on him pretty fast as well. And Earnhardt was also getting lapped, so Edwards having a problem. And that brings the leaders right there back to each other, nose to tail. Lap traffic has affected the outcome of the truck race yesterday. Will it affect this one as well? It's looking like it's going to. 6 laps to go from Phoenix International Raceway. Kyle Busch, aggressive dive into turns 1 and 2, looking to make that move right here, right now. Coming off turn 2, they're side by side for the race lead. Busch not quite able to make it happen. Here comes Dale Jr. to the inside. Busch wanted to set up a pick on that 24 car. Used the 24 of Eric McClure as a pick. Couldn't quite stay to his inside and make that happen. Junior hops down to the bottom. They're 3 wide in front of our leaders here. Getting by the 27 of Ward Burton. Burton had that scary flip at Daytona, but was okay. Sat out of the 500, but he's back here a week later. And now, big time hold up for that 5 car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Here comes Kyle Busch. way down to the inside, all the way down on the apron. Can't quite get the momentum he needs, but trying to dive down under the apron through 3 and 4, or 1 and 2. Still couldn't get it to work. Brendan Gaughan and Stanton Barrett side by side now in front of our race leader. As Gaughan tries to put Barrett a lap down. Barrett's going 2 down here. Still 3 wide for the race lead. Or not for the race lead, but with the lap traffic as Kyle Busch now tries to go for the lead. 3 laps to go here from Phoenix. And the leaders are the closest they've been in the last 40 or so laps, catching more and more lap traffic. That's a former DEI car in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Paul Menard, ex-teammate to Junebug here. Kyle Busch falling way back. Menard to the inside. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from Phoenix. And Paul Menard forces Junior to the outside. Here comes Kyle Busch to the inside. Junior clears up high. Busch down low. Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the final time down the back straightaway has no competition from that 18 car. Flies past Matt Kenseth. Comes out of turn 4 a winner. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins from Phoenix. Looking to do the same tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. That's the white flag. I'm tripping. 1 lap to go. Had a NASCAR on Fox moment. My apologies. That was a Marty Reed moment. Goodness gracious. Off of turn 4 this time for the final time. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins at Phoenix for real this time. Oh, man. Cannot believe I just did that again. I've done this way too many times lately, but that's going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time. Till then, peace.